Ladies and gentlemen, the Rachel Zegler-led Snow White trailer leaked online after it was shown in front of select screenings of Wicked. Yet Disney has conspicuously not released it officially online as of the recording of this video. My guess, they are simultaneously trying to appeal to an audience that they feel they might be able to trick into watching this garbage, while avoiding the inevitable onslaught of dislikes that will surely come with an official release of the trailer. Way to show confidence in your modernized take on a timeless classic. Never change, Disney. Never change. Let's discuss.
I watch so you don't have to.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her.
I don't know who needs to hear this over at the Mouse House, but there isn't any number of reshoots that could have saved this disaster. You very clearly would have been better off just cutting your losses, canceling this movie, and using it as a tax write-off, just like your equally incompetent counterparts down the street. After everything that's happened with Rachel Zegler, from her dismissiveness towards the original source material, to her basically telling half the country or more to go f*** themselves, after a Seven Dwarfs controversy that resulted in the CGI abominations that we see in this trailer, after a laughable decision to cast Gal Gadot, of all people, as an evil witch who is supposed to be jealous of this Snow White's fairness, after you continuously show a complete lack of originality by soullessly remaking your own animated classics and ruining them again and again. After all of this, Disney is apparently still dead set on releasing this film to the public.
What were they thinking?
And if you thought to yourself, well, maybe a great trailer can salvage this situation, you couldn't be more wrong based on the trailer that Disney somehow found a way to cut together. For anyone who just has a general idea of what the Snow White story is all about, this trailer portrays a movie that looks like it only has a passing resemblance to the timeless story that a lot of people know and love. So I have to ask the question, if this is the type of story that you were dead set on telling, then why use the Snow White name at all?
Don't waste my motherfucking time!
Oh, that's right. Disney loves to take the easy way out. Why create something new that no one is going to give a shit about when you can take a recognizable name from the past, bastardize it, and then parade it out in front of people as a modernization, all while trying to profit from the name that you clearly have no intention of honoring? I came across this tweet from Charles Fernandez, which comes off as nothing more than a Disney shill desperately trying to make excuses rather than hold anyone accountable. He said, quote, "The hate train against Rachel Zegler is so forced. We're not seeing Snow White. Y'all were never going to see it in the first place. And y'all racist, sexist, misogynistic, bigoted morons never gave two shits about Snow White until Rachel Zegler was casted." Well, Charles, I would kindly respond to these claims by saying you don't need to be a diehard fan of anything to call out some bullshit when you see it. Most people with any level of standards or respect are not interested in seeing a story from the past butchered for the sake of modernization. Most people are defending the original female character, and yet you throw around meaningless labels like misogyny as a way of deflecting valid criticism.
I'm like, what do you say f*** me for?
The hate train against Rachel Zegler is not forced. It is 100% justified, and she has no one to blame but herself for it. No one forced her to publicly portray herself as an entitled, narcissistic, unlikable individual. No one came to that conclusion on their own out of the blue. Rachel Zegler is simply being held accountable for her words and actions. Remember, it's not cancel culture, it's accountability culture, right? Please take your race and gender hustling bullshit somewhere else. This trailer is pretty much exactly what you would expect it to be, and somehow it's even worse. The abomination that Rachel Zegler herself once described in a now infamous interview appears to be 100% intact.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White. She's not going to be safe with a prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
It got to a point where I couldn't tell if I was watching a Snow White trailer or a tale about some rando chick from the woods becoming a strong female character and rising up to take down an oppressive ruler. Why do we need a prince character? Snow White does not need to be saved. Snow White does not need to concern herself with silly things like true love. She's got girl boss shit to handle, and she doesn't have time for no man. When you abandon everything about a character that people love, at some point, it will cease to be that character. There is a literal line of dialogue in this trailer where the evil queen tells Snow White, "I don't remember you being so opinionated." This is either an amazing troll job or art imitating life, who can tell? Because Rachel Zegler herself could have afforded to be a lot less opinionated. Did I not say that they were going to turn the iconic Fairest of Them All line into some modern concept about inner beauty? That is the exact impression I got from this trailer, and absolutely no one should be surprised.
My teacher tells me real beauty's on the inside.
That's just something ugly people say.
Next, we have CGI dwarfs who effectively took jobs away from actual Little People actors. Just because the leader of the Little People actors, among other individuals, decided to say that it was problematic to typecast these individuals. Nice going. I think I'll start a new segment on the channel called When Pretending to be Virtuous Goes Terribly Wrong. The trailer concludes with Snow White declaring that it's time to restore the kingdom after the evil queen took everything from its people. She is becoming the girl she was always meant to be, and not that silly girl from the source material. Yes, queen! How can people defend this garbage with any level of integrity? This movie somehow looks more lifeless, more soulless, more lazy than the previous Disney live-action remakes, and that's saying something. How many times are people going to allow Disney to get away with the bare minimum? But according to the shills, Snow White looks great. Period. Snow White probably does look great to the guy who said that Blue Beetle was going to be the surprised hit of last summer. Can we please, for the love of cinema, for the love of preserving cinema, just raise our standards a little bit? Bottom line, the Snow White remake looks predictably atrocious, and Disney has no one to blame but themselves. They did a piss poor job of planning, of writing, of casting, and promoting this movie, and they deserve every bit of backlash that they are going to get because of it.
Y'all be cool. Nah.